A worker's ear has been chopped off while a disagreement was on in West Bengal. That's news coming in that a worker's ear has been chopped off. This happened because it seems that this worker defied the Bandh and went to work, after which this brutality is being reported from Mamata Banerjee's West Bengal. That's the latest coming in. Shocking news of a worker whose ear has been chopped off. Well, something very similar happened yesterday when a teacher was brutally thrashed by people who had supported this Bandh, when they went ahead and even thrashed another teacher who came to his defense. A lot of incidents really being reported from Bengal. Free-for-all situation there, where now a worker's ear has been chopped off. That's the man on screens that we're talking about. Complete vigilante taking place. A lot of these people who are protesting against the government as far as this Bandh is concerned are now taking law into their own hands. You've seen similar incident take place in Noida, where law was taken into their own hands. Free-for-all situation in West Bengal. Manogya now joining us on the phone line. Manogya, shocking, bizarre case of these protesters taking law into their own hands. What really happened?
Well, yesterday it was a strike, general strike in West Bengal, but today transport has been exempted. But a peculiar case the bizarre case has been reported from Murshidabad, which is the minority-dominated district. The incident happened with a Jalangi Panchayat worker who did not report to work on the Bandh day yesterday. When he reported to work today, allegedly the TMC supporters had asked him and questioned him about his absence on Wednesday. He explained that he could not come to duty because of lack of communication and communication facilities, and he could not commute to the office, that is the local Panchayat office. On hearing this, some of them were so peeved that on reverting it, and they have finally chopped one-third part of his left ear, and perhaps that's the reason the peeved general supporters of the strike, who have been opposing the strike, and this is one of the most bizarre cases that has been reported from West Bengal in recent history.
Well, it seems like they're just walking the talk, because Mamata Banerjee Manogya yesterday came out and said no work, no pay, and they've taken what she really meant to a whole new level.
Well, Mamata Banerjee had said that she would submit an application in the Election Commission stating that the parties which ask and who demand, or rather call Bandh, should be banned, and she had also said that she and her party were completely against it. But this is of course not the way that anyone in Bengal would like to see, on a way of opposing or presenting their case in and against Bandh in West Bengal.
Well, this is shocking news coming, Manogya, because there has been a free-for-all situation that you have been reporting on from West Bengal in the last few days. Has there been any comment really from the TMC coming in on this entire incident?
There's no response coming from any political party till now. We've spoken to the Congress and the other leaders also. They said that it's a bizarre incident and it will surely be opposed at all possible levels in the coming days.
And what about the CPM? Have they reacted to this news? Anyone in the opposition taking on Mamata Banerjee and her workers?
CPM and Congress both have condemned the incident, saying that it is a political and it is a democratic right to call a strike. And if the trade unions had called for a strike, it was well in purview of the legal ambit. And given all that, the kind of incident that has taken place is completely unacceptable and has been condemned at all possible levels.
Manogya, a similar incident took place yesterday, which was less harsh than the one that we've seen today and is on our screens, of a teacher who was also taken on by the TMC workers.
Well, there were reports of government buses being attacked in North Dinajpur, and there were other stray incidents also, but this is one of the most bizarre incidents of conveying the anger, and the way it has been done is completely unacceptable by normal society.
Right, Manogya, do stay on the phone line with us. We also have Mohammed Salim joining us live on the phone line. So, coming to you, a shocking incident being reported from Mamata Banerjee's state, where now a worker's ear has been chopped off allegedly by TMC workers. Your first reaction?
You can imagine this is neither a liberated zone of the Maoists nor a Taliban land. But despite that, how in a democratic country where a strike is a constitutional right and in a legal framework, you have a right to protest. And it's an all India general strike. But since Mamata Banerjee opposed, she herself used to be famous for organizing bandhs and strikes at the drop of a hat. But now in her new incarnation, she tries to prove herself that she is opposed to bandh, and it's okay. So everybody has a right, democratic right, either to oppose or support bandh. But yesterday, when this Panchayat worker and several other school teachers and other employees who have joined this strike or could not attend their offices, I don't know exactly whether he consciously had supported the strike or just he could not attend the office, but it's no business of the Trinamool people to take law on their own hand and just chop off the ears. I blame Mamata Banerjee herself because she yesterday on record we heard that she said what you people were doing. She was instructing her own goons because why this strike has taken place. So why you have not taken action? And the police and official civil administration, they are just bystanders, and the Trinamool goons through the state, they have created a situation where the fear is the order of the day, and if you don't obey their dictates, you will be punished. They are summarily handing over punishment, and this is one incident, but this incident, several incidents are taking place throughout the state where this Hazrat Umar as a Panchayat employee is one of the victims. Now, several other headmasters, teachers who have participated in the strike yesterday, they are now being punished by the Trinamool goons. And Mamata Banerjee is not depending on the police administration, despite the police administration being actively involved to prevent workers to foil these strikes. The Trinamool goons have taken over their law in their own hands because Mamata Banerjee has no respect for democracy or constitutional scheme of things. She is law unto herself.
So you are squarely blaming Mamata Banerjee for the fallout of the Bandh and this extreme measure being taken by the TMC workers?
Sure, because she has issued the instruction to her goons, whom she claimed to control earlier. Now they are uncontrolled, and she has herself unleashed these goons on record that they will foil this strike, and those who have not listened to her, they will punish. And Mamata Banerjee is not interested to listen any voice of dissent. She is not interested even taking the question from the press corps, and whoever is opposing or objecting or protesting, they are now being punished by the Trinamool goons. And the police officers, they are helpless because if they cannot take any action against these goons, because if they take action, they will also be punished or killed.
Right. Mohammed Salim, I would like you to stay with us on the phone line. We also have Mr. O.P. Mishra, the Bengal Congress spokesperson, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Mishra, thank you so much for speaking to us here at Headlines today. What's your first reaction to this brutality being reported from West Bengal on the second day of the Bharat Bandh?
The Trinamool Congress has been practicing intolerance. Antagonism has become a byword for Trinamool politics. It seems that the infamous ways of the CPIM is now open for emulation by the Trinamool Congress. In each and every block and district of the state, atrocities are being committed against political opponents, especially congressmen. And what we find today that the Chief Minister and her ministerial colleagues, they are directly and indirectly encouraging taking up of the law in the hands of the Trinamool cadres at the local level. What has happened recently in Garden Reach actually is a testimony to the complete indifference of the state to such incidents, because the minister himself has been directly supporting the use of violence. And what has happened in Murshidabad is most brutal. We demand that the culprits, they should be booked under non-bailable provisions of the Indian Penal Code, and they should be strictly dealt with. But generally what is happening in West Bengal, that the people, because of their political affiliation with the Trinamool Congress, they are getting away. They are getting away even with murder and rape and so on. And so therefore this is a very alarming and threatening situation. We condemn this incident, and we would urge the public opinion of the country to take a closer
look at Mr. Mishra, if I could just interrupt there. What has happened in Bengal is not excusable by any standards. It's not justified. But it's not just the TMC who should be held responsible for the state of affairs in the state right now in West Bengal, because it was in Murshidabad itself that you had Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary come out and take on the district magistrate and instigate mobs. It was in Noida also that we saw yesterday that workers who were protesting against people coming out on the Bandh vandalizing the entire area in NCR.
I think you have got it completely wrong. You do not know. Mr. Adhir Chaudhary tried to pacify the crowd which was getting restive because of the...
Mr. Mishra, let me just interrupt you there. Also, Mr. Somnath Chatterjee joining us on the phone line, former Lok Sabha Speaker. Mr. Chatterjee, thank you so much for speaking to us here at Headlines today. What is really happening in the state of West Bengal, Mr. Chatterjee? Today, we're seeing this bizarre incident of a man's ear being chopped off because he didn't go to work yesterday.
What can I say except to express my greatest protest and dismay also what is happening in the state. I would request the Honorable Chief Minister to introspect what is happening, what is the state of affairs in the state, and why that such incidents can happen in the 21st century when our country is progressing in so many spheres. But we are going back to barbaric times, and such an incident and bizarre incident can happen. I lodge my strongest protest whatever I can.
Mr. Chatterjee, yes.
I'll ask the government to see, the Chief Minister to see the direction to which this state is being taken. I don't know, I'm today ashamed that I belong to this state.
Mr. Chatterjee, the state of affairs is deplorable really in the state, because you also had another incident in the recent past where you had Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary come out and instigate people against the district magistrate. Now you have this incident. Who would you squarely blame for the state of affairs in West Bengal?
I do not know about the other incident that it seems to be controversial because different stories are coming about it. But so far as this is what can everybody see visually, this is happening. Teachers being beaten up, employees losing their ears. So they are exercising their democratic right. There are many other methods of taking action if somebody is guilty of violation of any law or order. But this is not the way. This goes back to prehistoric days. This is impossible, unacceptable totally. And I can only say as a citizen, I can lodge my strongest protest against this situation. And I sincerely hope that the Chief Minister will kindly see who is today controlling the different areas, how in the name of the party you are doing some, who are the party to persons who are entitled to give punishment on others. And this is not a method of punishment which any civilized system will accept. Therefore, how can anybody think of such things? Therefore, time has come and the Chief Minister should please introspect and see that nothing like this happens, and the guilty persons are penalized, are punished for this, which is the most important thing. Although everybody gets scot-free and try to seek protection of the government. It's a very serious state of affairs. I'm very sorry.
But isn't this, sir, like a mouse-like incident that has taken place in West Bengal, the hacking of a ear of a man who didn't just turn up for his job yesterday?
I said unbelievable. How can anybody think of it? Nobody could even ponder about it. I can only say that it's a pre-medieval days. And as I said, I'm sorry that I belong to this state.
All right, Mr. Somnath Chatterjee, thank you so much for joining us here on Headlines today, condemning the incident, saying that it's a wake-up call really for the Mamata Banerjee government. Remember, this comes at a time when just about a month and a half ago, the West Bengal governor also came out and commented on the state of affairs in the state, talking about the hooliganism that is underway, and it was time to introspect really, not only by the Mamata Banerjee government, but the other political parties in the state as well. Manogya still on the phone line with us. Manogya, what's the latest you're hearing? Has the TMC come out and reacted? Is there any justification, any explanation that they are offering as far as the entire heinous incident is concerned?
Well, there's no reaction that has been pouring in from. We will just try to speak to the Panchayat Minister also, because he's a Panchayat worker, and what action will be taken against him is just remains to be seen. But for sure, they are on a back foot of whatever has happened, because this is completely unacceptable in a normal society and functioning of the human matters.
Right, Manogya, do stay on the phone line with me. Let me just recap what has happened in West Bengal for the viewers who just joined in. Well, what has happened is it's a shocking incident being reported from Murshidabad. Activists belonging to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's TMC party have chopped off the ear of a Panchayat employee in West Bengal's Murshidabad district. That's the man on your screens that we're talking about. His ear has been chopped off. The reason for hacking his ear was that he didn't report to work yesterday. This after Mamata Banerjee had come out. She had also addressed a press conference saying no work, no pay. It's been taken to a whole new level now by her supporters. They've hacked off the ear of this man on your screens. And now on the second day of the trade union ban, you see that man being one of the casualties that is being reported really of Didi's diktat being taken to a whole new level. Now today when this employee actually arrived for work, the TMC workers confronted him, and when his explanation failed to satisfy them, they attacked him with a dagger. In the process, the employee's ear got chopped off. Manogya is still on the phone line with us. Manogya, this comes at a time when, like I mentioned, the West Bengal governor has come out and commented on the ongoing hooliganism in the state. The accountability really has to stop somewhere. It's time that the state government takes accountability for the free-for-all situation that is taking place in West Bengal.
Well, absolutely. It's high time when Mamata Banerjee should try to rein whatever has been happening in West Bengal and curb and at least control whatever has been happening, especially if there is a complete proof and evidence of the TMC supporters being involved. It is high time that action needs to be taken against it. We're trying to connect to the Panchayat Minister, but he's unavailable to answer the call. We're also trying to speak to other leaders and what happens on this and what action the government is taking on this.
Manogya, has any formal complaint also been filed in this case?
No complaint has been filed till now. We're waiting for more reactions coming from. But there have been condemning, and Congress and CPM leaders have condemned it and have said that they will take it to the higher level.
Alright, Manogya, they're reporting from Kolkata on that shocking, brutal incident being reported from Murshidabad, where a man who didn't turn up for work yesterday, he had to face the ire of TMC workers. His ear was chopped off. This after Mamata Banerjee actually came out and said, no work, no pay.